I never saw Reborn, if I'm being honest. I saw Attack on Titan. I've seen Black Clover. I've seen Bleach, Blue Exorcist, Boruto, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Z, Death Note. I like how Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super have to have two separate things. Fullmetal Alchemist. I've seen obviously Brotherhood. Gintama Fairy Tail scene, Haikyuu scene. I've seen this. I just forgot. I just forgot his name. But Hunter x Hunter, Jojo, Kenshin, obviously. Kuroko no Basket, My Hero, Naruto, Seven Deadly Sins, Norigami, One Piece, One Punch Man. Yeah, like I just said, never seen Reborn, Shippuden, Soul Eater, seen very underrated, Neverland, and Yu Yu Hakusho. So we're just gonna make a list. Hope the literal shit tier was just made for Neverland. We talking season 1 to season 2. So I'm just gonna go literally one by one. I'm just gonna go literally one by one in my personal opinion. This is my personal opinion. Does not mean that this is the correct list. Doesn't mean that this is like the ultimate list. This means this is my personal opinion. And you guys, let me know if you think I'm wrong. Let me know if you think I'm right. Let me think if you agree. So I'm gonna go first, just in order. In order, Attack on Titan's immediately going into S tier. Here's why I say this. Attack on Titan, I think people don't understand how good of an anime it really is. The studio art is amazing. I think Mappa has done a wonderful job with season 4. And I know there are a lot of like viral anime moments, and we live in a viral world now. A lot of viral anime moments happened because of Attack on Titan. All right, Levi versus the Beast Titan is just one of those many. Even when he's screaming just Kenny, come on, those are epic moments. The female Titan versus Eren, that was an epic moment. What else? A show's only as good as its ending. True. So a show is only as good. I agree with that. I think an ending of a show really ruins it for me. Like, it can ruin something for me. But I think Attack on Titan's S tier. They got badass characters. Alright? Badass main character. I think Attack on Titan is everything you want in anime. It doesn't drag on too long. It's not too short. It's right perfect in the middle. I think S tier is right where Attack on Titan belongs. Okay. I don't want to hear no debate about that one. We're going to move on. We're going to go number 2, Black Clover. Where does Black Clover begin? Now, if I'm going based off just the beginning of Black Clover, I would have gave Black Clover a C rank. I would have. If we're going based off the first, I'm talking like couple of seasons. Black Clover has consistently gotten better and better and better every season. Now, I'm not saying Black Clover doesn't have its moments where I'm just like, yo, what is like honestly good with this shit? But I would, in the beginning, I would have gave it C tier. Now I give it solid B tier. I give Black Clover solid B tier. And I'm not even saying that it doesn't have potential to be A tier. But the issue is the manga and the anime are too close together, right? And so they're about to go on this long hiatus. And I don't really know. I want to say that it will be A rank by the time it's over. What I still need for them to get there is I need a payoff, right? I don't need the last fight to be BS. They have that extreme supreme devil lurking somewhere. And I want to see how that fight goes before I increase Black Clover. I want to see where that fight goes. But Black Clover has done so well for itself. I think B tier. People think B tier is disrespectful. Like, you just don't know anime. B tier is not disrespectful. All right, I could watch a C tier anime and be happy about it. All right, that's neither here or there. B tier is a solid place for Black Clover. I will have no debate about it. Okay, next, the underrated GOAT of the big three. Not the GOAT. He's not the GOAT. I won't say he's a GOAT. But Bleach is highly underrated. And this is where it gets difficult for me, because for me, Bleach is between A and B tier. It's like a B+. Here's why it gets a B+. The filler killed the anime. Absolutely did. Filler killed the anime, and the ending of the manga was god awful. But it had such at its peak. At its peak, I would say it lasted longer in A tier than it did in B tier. That's why I gave it a B plus. But because I can't, I have to decide. I have to decide. I have to decide. Bleach's last arc with the full bring, we all agree was terrible. But the animation alone was A tier. Ichigo versus Ginjo, that was supreme Bleach. But the story was shit by the full bring arc. So where do I put it? Bleach has a soft spot in my heart. I'm going to give it an A tier. That's because it has a soft place in my heart. I think Bleach is highly underrated because of those filler arcs. I do agree with people when they say that the filler arcs killed Bleach. It did. It did. I mean, we had 5 episodes of I'll never forget in the middle of the Arrancar arc. The middle of the Arrancar arc, we had 5 episodes of canon, and then Bleach immediately went into filler again for 2 whole seasons. You can't forgive that. Could have been S tier. Blue Exorcist, I'll hear no debates about it. Blue Exorcist is butt cheeks. Blue Exorcist is butt cheeks. The reason why it's butt cheeks is because the anime could have been so much more. Such a great storyline, such a great premise. The son of the devil. I think Blue Exorcist is just a bad anime. It's just poorly. It's just a poor anime. It jumps all over the place. Yukio becoming this paladin out of nowhere and is going on a full-on power trip. Did nothing for the story. I personally think that Blue Exorcist is butt cheeks. I think the storyline could have been great. Great premise. Moving on. Boruto. Boruto gets a C. Mainly because the whole story is filler. It would have gotten butt cheeks, but because of the recent shit, because of the recent storylines and stuff like that, going into Kawaki and the animation, Boruto is slowly creeping up. I think Boruto could end up being B tier. I do. I think Boruto could end up being B tier. That's my personal opinion. But, cats yelling. So, I think Boruto is C tier right now. I think it has potential to get higher. I don't doubt it at all. One thing I will say about Boruto is, I think more the new gen anime fights out. Everyone's like so amped about those fights. I miss the times when like it took 2 episodes. Excuse me, about 2 episodes to build that fight. So you guys like remember when Naruto, Neji, Choji, Kiba, and Shikamaru went on to chase Sasuke, and like they each had to have like an own fight. Like they weren't just boxing, like they were thinking. I missed that. I missed those planned fights. You know what I'm saying? Big potential for Boruto. I agree. Big potential for Boruto. Super. Where do I put Super? I put Super in C tier too. And hear me out, Dragon Ball fans. Dragon Ball Z is one of my favorite animes of all time. Probably top 3 animes of all time. Super didn't do Goku justice. I know everyone likes to rag on Goku like he's an idiot and he's a bad father, but he wasn't like that in Dragon Ball Z. In Dragon Ball Z, yeah, he was stupid, but dude knew, like, oh, if the planet is in danger, I gotta turn up. You know what I'm saying? I think the fights, were all just hype. I mean, Kefla and Jiren, probably 2 of the best fights. I hated the Goku Black arc. Power scaling all over the place. I think Dragon Ball Super, just increase. The reason why Dragon Ball Super still does so well is because of the nostalgia factor. We love Goku and we love Vegeta and we love the Z Fighters and we love to see where they go. But for me, it's a C tier anime at best. With that being said, Dragon Ball Z S tier. S tier. S tier. You cannot debate this with me. Dragon Ball Z is one of the best. Dragon Ball Z popularized anime in North America. I don't think you guys understand that. Like, anime was already popular in North America, but like, Dragon Ball Z blew the roof off that joint. No questions here. No doubt. Dragon Ball Z is S tier. Is legendary. Is reached legendary status. That's facts. Let's see. Death Note. But Death Note B tier. I like Death Note. Don't get me wrong. I love L. I love Light Yagami. I love Ryuk. Ryuk is probably one of the treasures of that show. And I don't hate the ending as much as everybody else, but the ending is not great. I will say that. Everyone is going, oh my god, it's so shit. Oh my god, near. I don't agree. I think, there was no way that show was going to end satisfyingly once L died. But then at the same time, L needed to die because, we were all cheering for L. And I think that they did a good job. I think they just did a good job. Nice, solid B tier. I will hear. Yeah. B tier for the second arc. Have potential to be A tier. I agree wholeheartedly. B is right where Death Note belongs. That doesn't mean it's a bad anime. That just means that it's B tier. It's not B tier. Brotherhood, S tier. Absolutely. S tier. Absolutely. A story about two brothers trying to get their bodies back. Some of the best moments. I think Brotherhood, if Brotherhood came out at a time when like Twitter was like really popping and stuff like that, I think Brotherhood would have some of the most epic moments in the Twitterverse. Some of the most epic moments in the. I mean, let's talk. Mustang himself could have had the two most viral moments of the show. One when he burned lust to a crisp. Dude was like, I seared my wound shut. And then we talk about when he literally destroyed Envy. He destroyed Envy. Let's also not talk about the fact that Wrath, that whole sequence when he fought a tank by himself with a sword. Bruh. S tier Brotherhood. S tier story. I don't see many Fullmetal Alchemist fans, but I listen, S tier. Fairy Tail, it's not butt cheeks. It is C tier. It's close to butt cheeks, but it's not. It's C tier. I think a lot of people's gripe with Fairy Tail is always like, it is the typical shonen like stereotype. Power of friendship compels you. They can beat everybody as long as they believe in each other. I get it, and that is why it's not going anywhere above C tier. Here's why I think it's still watchable. Because if you could ignore that fact that it's just that typical shonen anime, it does have some cool characters. I think Natsu is a cool character. I think Gajeel is a cool character. Gray has his moments. Erza Scarlet, I get it. Everyone hates Erza because she wins all her fights. But then I argue with you. I get that she wins all her fights, but notice how every single one of her fights, if she's always put in a situation and if she loses, everybody dies. And so she can't lose that fight. Because if she does, everyone, it just makes no sense story-wise if she loses. So I get it, power scale needs to be better. I think it's borderline butt cheeks, but I think I watched the whole series and I read the manga still. The manga's still actually going on. I think it deserves a C tier because it is still going, and yeah. Gintama, solid B tier. Very underrated. Very underrated. It's a comedy. I actually haven't watched the whole series, but I watched enough of it to know that it is a solid anime. The reason why I don't continuously watch it is because it goes on way too freaking long. It goes on way too freaking long. And you know what? That's coming from someone who watches One Piece or who watched One Piece. Gintama, to me, drags on. It just drags on. See, One Piece, I'm used to that dragging on. Like, One Piece can't do nothing to hurt me no more. But I'm being real when I tell you that Gintama's B tier. If you haven't checked it out, I think you need to check it out. I think you need to check out Gintama. All right. We are moving through this list fast, people. Next up is Haikyuu, which in my opinion is the best sports anime to watch. In my opinion. I haven't watched the whole thing, so I can't tell you much about it. What I've seen from it, I kind of put it in the same spot as Bleach, where it's like, it could be A tier, it could be B tier, and no one would bat an eye, right? But because I haven't seen all of Haikyuu, I can't sit here and judge it based off of what I don't know. What I've heard is not going to be valid. So I'm just going to base it off of what I think of what I've seen so far. I think by the end of its run, it will probably be A tier. Is it at its end of its run? Yeah, I think it's honestly a B plus. But honestly, like, has it ended? I don't know if Haikyuu ended. I don't think has Haikyuu ended? Because I don't know. I don't know if Haikyuu ended. Because I have to catch up. I get it. I have to catch up. Manga has ended, not the anime. Okay. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll just wait for the anime to finish that. But I think Haikyuu is right, a B plus. And when it's a B plus, I'll give it A tier. Because if it was a B minus, I'd just stick it in B. But I give it A tier just for the simple fact that what I've seen is probably a B plus. Hunter x Hunter is coming back. I'm putting Hunter x Hunter. It's not even Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter, I am putting in A tier. I love Hunter x Hunter. I think Hunter x Hunter is probably like has like cult following that, you know, like these are the fans of Hunter x Hunter. These people swear by it. I've seen Hunter x Hunter. I've watched it twice actually. I think the fights are amazing. I think the story is amazing. The friendships are amazing. And I think it has that right amount of badass to like kind of endearing childhood kind of feel to it. I think Hunter x Hunter belongs in A. I would put it in S tier, but the manga never finished, nor did the anime. So I can't put it in S tier because it's not complete. It's not complete. What is this dude's name? I forget. I've seen the show long ago once, and I never picked it up again. What show? The dude with the boxing gloves. What is this show? Hajime no Ippo? Yes, Hajime no Ippo. I've seen it once in my life, and I never looked it up again. Butt cheeks. Because it literally made me not care about it. Butt cheeks. It's probably a C rank anime, but I'm putting in butt cheeks because I didn't care. That's just personal opinion. This is personal opinion. I didn't care about it. Jojo. Oh man. Jojo is not a solid A. Jojo is not a solid A. I'd give Jojo a solid B. Jojo weirds me out, and not for the reasons you guys think so. Okay? Jojo is interesting. Because the powers are so all over the goddamn place. Like, you have some people who think JoJo's power scaling is on the level of Dragon Ball Z, and there's some people who think it's like on the level of like shit. So I don't know. I think JoJo is a B tier. I don't hate JoJo. Don't get me wrong. I think the characters are cool. I think it's flamboyant. It's fun. I give it a solid B tier because I don't know. I also judge these shows based on their rewatchability. If I don't rewatch you, then I automatically think you're closer to a C than a B. I don't plan on rewatching any of these shows on any show below B. I don't plan on rewatching, and some B are questionable. You know what I mean? You have to base these lists on what is rewatchable to you. Okay. That being said, Max, what do you want? Stop sticking your hand in here. Rurouni Kenshin. Here's why I'm giving Rurouni Kenshin a B. And don't hate me, because I love Rurouni Kenshin. I will rewatch Rurouni Kenshin multiple times. Alright, one of my favorite sword animes of all time. Here's why I can't give Rurouni Kenshin an A. The 3rd season. That's all I need to say. But I'll go into it deeper if you guys really need to. The 3rd season of Rurouni Kenshin was all filler. It was all filler. Do you want me to let him in? Rurouni Kenshin's 3rd season was all filler. And I judge a show based off of that. I do. That goes into my rankings. Does your filler piss me off? Yes or no? The answer is yes. Rurouni Kenshin's fillers did piss me off. I think the movies were really good. Really strong. If you guys haven't seen the Samurai X movies, I suggest looking them up, especially if you're a Rurouni Kenshin fan. I think the live action movie, pretty solid. I think that they had some dope fights, dope moments. So yeah, I think that this is right where it belongs. I think that's right where it belongs. Kuroko no Basket, B tier. Because Haikyuu is the best sports anime, so I cannot sit there and tell you that I'm going to put Kuroko no Basket on A tier when Haikyuu is already on A tier. I think it's a solid B tier anime. Really good, strong animation. Really good story. Really fun to watch. None of these players could guard me. And that's just, I think it's just a B for sure. I do. I think it's a B for sure. I can't put Haikyuu in A and then put Kuroko on A. I think it's a solid B tier anime. My Hero. I gotta put My Hero on B, yo. I have to. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not sure. Alright, help me talk this through. My Hero at its peak. The moments of My Hero give it so much potential. You know what? Should I base this off of what I know the manga is? Because I know what the manga is. If it's going towards the manga, I mean, it is obviously going towards the manga. If we're going based off manga, I'm giving it an A. Give it absolutely A tier. Here's where, why my hesitation. I feel like it's still too early. I still feel like it's way too early. But at its peak, it's an A tier anime. I hope that it breaks through and eventually becomes an S tier. I just don't know yet. It hasn't shown me enough to prove to me that's a viable thing. I'll keep My Hero at an A. I'll keep My Hero at an A. I will, absolutely. I'll keep My Hero at an A. Naruto, the original series? It's a low S, high A. Where do I put Naruto? I didn't mean to put it in butt cheeks. Let's talk about the arcs of the original Naruto. My favorite arcs in the original Naruto: Sasuke retrieval arc, dope. Zabuza arc, dope. The Chunin exams, dope. Gotta give it an A tier. I just named 3 arcs, 3 solid arcs of Naruto that are legendary. I mean, think about the moments. Rock Lee dropping his weights before he fought Gaara. Epic. That shit is epic. The Valley of Death when Naruto and Sasuke was throwing hands. Epic. When Itachi first came, and I'm sorry, when Itachi came right after we saw Orochimaru kill the third Hokage, we thought Orochimaru was bad. And then Itachi came, and Itachi's power was on a whole nother level. And also think, Orochimaru was a good villain. In the first arc, Orochimaru was a solid villain. That dude had Kakashi sweat. And I don't know if you guys, let me remind you guys of that moment when Kakashi was like sealing the stuff into Sasuke, like trying to make sure that Kakashi had to make sure like Sasuke's like curse mark wasn't going to reactivate, and Orochimaru popped up behind him and was like, "Hey yo, I see you learned some new tricks." And Kakashi was like, "Yo, oh my god, that's Orochimaru." And then Orochimaru had Kakashi sweating. At that point, we had never seen Kakashi sweat before. Never seen that man sweat before. And Orochimaru took one step forward. Kakashi charged up his lightning blade. You saw that? He was like, yo, take one more step and one of us dies here. And Orochimaru straight up laughed at this dude's face. Straight up laughed at him. I thought Orochimaru was the baddest motherfucker on the planet. Like, I swear to God. Like, that's what, you know what? A tier for Naruto, solid. 7 Deadly Sins, C tier, don't tell me otherwise. 7 Deadly Sins is shit. I don't care what anyone says. First 2 seasons, cool. They were great. Had B tier potential anime. Everything after it, shit. So I hate 7 Deadly Sins for what it became. It's borderline butt cheeks. I agree. It's borderline butt cheeks. The only reason why I gave a C tier was because I think the first season was pretty cool. Meliodas-sama. It's C minus. It's a C minus. You know what? I'm keeping you on butt cheeks. Norigami, solid B tier anime. Go watch Norigami. I recommend it. I think it has potential to be a B plus anime. Go watch Norigami if you haven't seen Norigami. Just simple as that. One Piece, S tier. Here's the thing. If you have not watched One Piece, you cannot say anything about its ranking. If you have not watched One Piece in its entirety. One Piece is a special anime for a reason. It's full of moments that make me, as an anime fan, go like, just, damn. No anime compares to One Piece in world building. Period. Not a single one. Not a single one can compare to One Piece as a world building anime. The characters are fun. The fights, epic. Luffy, one of the best main protagonists. Zoro, the best secondary character of all time, in my opinion. When Zoro took all that pain from Luffy and then straight up was like, nothing happened, GOAT. That moment is goated. S tier anime is One Piece. One Punch Man, B tier. I'm giving it B tier because I love the manga. I love it's just a gag character. Like, you know what I mean? I just enjoy gag characters. I don't take it too seriously. I think One Punch Man. I wouldn't rewatch One Punch. I'm not a fan of rewatching One Punch. My personal opinion. I think that One Punch Man is a solid B tier anime, borderline C, but I think it's solid B. Reborn, I haven't seen. I don't feel comfortable ranking something that I haven't seen, so I will let the chat decide for me. If you guys have seen Reborn, give me your rankings in the chat. I will consider it, but honestly, I have not personally seen Reborn. I don't feel comfortable ranking it because I have no idea what it's about. Shippuden? Oh man, Naruto fans are going to be mad at me. Shippuden's a B tier anime. It is. Shippuden had great moments. The Pain Invasion arc, epic. The War arc, kind of shit. I think Shippuden is a B tier anime. I think Shippuden's a B tier anime. I don't think it's better than the original Naruto. I think, it's cool to see them all grow up. I'm not saying B tier. I could rewatch Shippuden and be happy. You know what I mean? I could rewatch it and be happy. I don't think it's better than the original Naruto. I think Shippuden, in my personal opinion, it just has 2 good arcs. And that's it. The pain arc and then Itachi is versus Sasuke. That's it. Soul Eater, underrated, B tier. Very underrated. Anime, really cool. Go watch it if you haven't. I think it has full of cool and fun characters to watch. Yes, I think everyone should watch Soul Eater. Soul Eater's perfect. Promised Neverland. Garbage. You want to talk manga? Heh. Anime? Promised Neverland is so bad right now that the writers of episode 10 don't want to take credit for episode 10. That's how bad it is. When you create an anime and the writers themselves don't want to take credit for that shit, you know you fucked up. You know you fucked up. You know you fucked up. I don't know what else to say about Promised Neverland because it pissed me off. Because I agree with you, Clutch. It had potential to be an S tier anime. It started off solid B tier. When you start off solid B tier, you're strong. You could end on an A tier. It literally took the turn for the worse. I don't know what else to say about it. Promised Neverland, you fucked up. The anime fucked up. And last but not least, we have the GOAT. My GOAT. Yu Yu Hakusho is personally my favorite anime of all time. To me, you know what Yu Yu Hakusho needs? Yu Yu Hakusho needs to be redone with the exact same storyline, the same exact everything. Everything needs to stay the same. They just need to redo the animation so they could bring Yu Yu Hakusho to a new audience. Because Yu Yu Hakusho, at its peak, is one of the best shonen anime of all time. Yusuke Urameshi is one of the best main characters of all time. He is an endearing 14-year-old. Nothing is handed to him. People talk about, he got that power spirit over from Genkai or whatever. Like, he had to earn that. He didn't just receive that power. He had to earn that power. Right? Yusuke straight up took that power and it started beating his insides up. Pause. But it started beating him up. And dude was bleeding out his face. And Genkai was like, yo, I gotta take it out. I gotta take it out of him. He doesn't have enough to handle it. And he took that shit back. He's like, yo, you better give that back, you old bitch. I'm tired of older people telling me what's good for me. I started watching it like, I see myself in Yusuke. I mean, not that I have a similar situation. My mom's not a drunk and my dad's not a no-show. But straight up, Yusuke Urameshi went from like punk high school kid who no one understood, right, to probably one of the most unspoken about heroes of the human world, and doesn't get any credit for it. They deemed him a fucking a nuisance at the end of the series, and they wanted him to stay in Demon World. But in reality, he saved the human world from a lot of trouble. And the drip. Let's not forget the bomber jacket. Yu Yu Hakusho was one of the only anime that consistently had the characters dressed up in new outfits. I respect it. I respect it. And the side characters, amazing. Hiei, dope as fuck. Kurama, dope as fuck. Even Kuwabara had his moments. Even Kuwabara. And I know people like go like, oh, Kuwabara sounds weird. Yeah, he does sound weird, but Kuwabara is pretty... I like that he had that honor code, you know? Like, he was like, you know, one of the only people who understood Yusuke for who he was. But still, like... Didn't the guy just end it because he didn't want to write it anymore? The guy who created Yu Yu Hakusho, he wanted it to end because he said that normal animes like don't have like that solid ending, and he felt like he had he felt like he told every story he wanted to tell with Yusuke, right? So you know it was easy for him to end it, which I like that. You know, I felt like if Yu Yu Hakusho maybe dragged on longer, I don't think I would have appreciated it as much. But Yu Yu Hakusho ended right where it was supposed to end. And if you haven't seen Yu Yu Hakusho, I'm sorry. That's my first recommendation to you if you're like a vintage anime fan. Yu Yu Hakusho is one of the best anime of all time. And this is my official tier list. Again, I can't rank Reborn because I've never, ever log in now to save your tier list. I guess I'll log in with Twitter. I think it's a solid tier list. I think it is. I think it's a solid tier list. Solid tier list. Hey yo, X-Ray Gaming, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it, man. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? X-Ray, how you doing? So wait, I made the thing. Did that mean it went away? So can I save this? Shōnen Anime Tier List. Download image and save. Where did Promise Neverland go? Doesn't even make it on the list. Promise Neverland didn't even make the list. But this is honestly, this is my tier list.